designer, how's it going today? I want to tell you something. I'm kind of addicted to virtual dinner parties. And you're like, what? What's a virtual dinner party? Yeah, when I first got an invitation to a virtual dinner party, I thought it was we're going to be having dinner via on camera, like a Zoom. It's actually not exactly what you think. My name is Stacy Schilling. I'm a visual design expert, and I am the creator and founder of the Stacy Schilling Education Design Hub. And I'm here to tell you about virtual dinner parties and how you could get started in this virtual dinner party that I have actually participated in 3 times now. And let me tell you, it was quite an experience. So let me give you a little background. So I have a lot of individuals on my Facebook profile. I have family members, I have some close friends from high school, I have some friends from work that I used to work with, I have friends that I have from my religious organization, and I have a lot of friends in other businesses. And what I love about Facebook is I can connect with a whole bunch of people, not just locally where I live, but also across the US and even around the world. And by hooking up with all these people on Facebook, of course that didn't sound so great, by connecting with all these people on Facebook, I have been able to build and establish some business relationships. And I have connected with a gal named Amy. Now, Amy runs this virtual dinner party. And I was like, okay, what is this virtual dinner party about? Now, let me tell you, it takes place normally on a Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock. And I'm like, well, that's not dinner hour. Dinner hour is usually like 5, 6, or 7, or 8, depending on where you live and what time of day that you have dinner. So I'm like, how can a virtual dinner party be at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? And am I gonna have to like make dinner and eat it in front of my computer? And I hate to eat in the office. I don't mind having a bottle of water, but I hate to eat in my office. So I was a little confused, but I signed up for the first time and I participated, and I had no idea what to expect. And it was a small, intimate group. There was about 15 of us, give or take, that joined online. And we were across the US as well as somewhere in Canada, and I think we had a couple overseas that had joined us. And basically, this virtual dinner party was free. And I was like, yes, I love free networking events. That is my favorite thing. You know why? Because it doesn't cost me anything, which means I'm not losing anything. I'm going to gain something from it. But what am I going to gain, and then what am I going to have to give besides financial investment? So I met with 15 other or so entrepreneurs and the host, Amy. And what she explained was we were all in business. We were all entrepreneurs. All of us that are entrepreneurs have different businesses. In each one of our businesses, we have something that's going really well with our businesses, and we also have something we struggle with in our businesses. Sometimes it's more than one struggle. Sometimes it's multiple struggles. Sometimes when we're struggling in our business, we don't know what the heck we want to do or we should do. So that's where we have those creative blocks where we go, I don't know what I should do. And if you're a designer like me and you work by yourself, you don't have anyone to bounce an idea off. I mean, I got my wall back here and it's great. I can bounce stuff off this wall. But when I want to bounce my thoughts for business off the wall, my wall doesn't talk to me and give me any responses. Now, the neighbor that lives on the other side of that wall, she might respond, but her responses might not be helpful to me. But in this virtual dinner party, I'm able to bounce off some ideas or thoughts or concerns with my business, and I'm able to get some feedback. So it takes place via Zoom, and she mixes us up between 2 to 4 individuals in each group, depending on how many are actually in the Zoom. And each one of us gets a few minutes to talk about a little bit about our business and what our business is about. So we can kind of understand the background of our business and what is going on with our business. As we're listening to each person share their business, we, the listeners, might hear something that they're saying and might be able to share something positive with that person, or ask them a question about something that they may or may not have already tried in their business. Usually, when you ask a question or offer a suggestion, they haven't even tried that idea that you're throwing out there. And it gets them to go, oh, I never thought about that. That's a great idea. And so that's your first session. Your second session, you come back in the group, we talk for a few minutes, and then we go to another breakout room. In the second breakout room, we talk about the problem with our businesses. What are we struggling with? Now, you're going to be mixed up with 2, 3, or 4 different people. So you're going to get different viewpoints than you did in the first group. These 3, 4, 2 different people, whoever in there, are going to be able to listen to what issues that you're having with your business. Is it lead generation? Is it closing the sale? Is it a difficulty working with a client? Are you trying to figure out whether you should raise your prices for your business and how much? Are you raising it based on package pricing? Are you raising it based on the product that you're doing? Are you trying to raise your hourly rate? Are you trying to figure out a new target audience for your business? Maybe there's a new niche that you want to go into and you're not really sure, and you want to let people know where your head is at, and you want to get some honest feedback. A lot of these individuals in these virtual dinner parties are, guess what? They're not artists or designers, which is kind of a good thing. You know why? Because you're thinking, Stacy, why would I want to be in a virtual dinner party with somebody that's not in my industry? Well, isn't it nice to step outside of the box and get an outside perspective? If you get feedback only from designers or artists or creative individuals, they're only going to give you maybe the same things that you've already considered. But when you get feedback from another industry, such as, banking or marketing or book writing or dog walking or tourism, okay? There's a number of industries out there. That's just a small number, but there's many industries. You're going to get a completely different viewpoint. You're talking to people that know nothing about your industry. They don't know nothing about what you're doing. They can't relate. But what they can do is help you understand where your problem might be and how to fix it. So maybe you're saying, I want to raise my prices, but I don't know if I should. They might say, you know what, if you feel that your prices are too low, then you should double your prices, and this is why. Or they might say, what problem are you trying to solve with your target audience that you have? Or the new target audience you want to work with? Or the new project you want to design? What problem are you wanting to solve for that, and how can you do it? You're going to hear a lot of different feedback and perspective that has nothing to do with your industry. But somebody might say something to you that gives you an idea, oh, I never thought about it like that, or that's a great idea, or that's what I could do to raise my prices, or that's the type of niche that I can work with. You're going to hear something that you may not have considered before. Guess what else? That person that you connect with might need your services, or they might know somebody that needs your services. I was just in a virtual dinner party this week, and one of the individuals that I connected with works and lives in Hawaii, and they do tourism. And I gave her a suggestion. I said, why don't you do Hawaiian tours via Zoom? Charge a cheaper rate. Go to the places that you want to give tours to. Do it via virtually. And then when Hawaii opens back up, have them contact you to book that actual tour so they can actually go and do it for themselves. So maybe it's a restaurant that you're reviewing and people never thought about this restaurant and didn't even know it existed and the food's amazing. They want to go and try it out. Now you're bringing business to another business and you're getting business for yourself, and she loved the idea. Well, I got a notification from somebody in my Facebook feed, I think it was like yesterday or the day after, I don't remember, and she had mentioned that Hawaii is now going to be open up for domestic travel starting March 25th. So before the end of this month, if you're on the mainland like me and you want to travel to Hawaii, guess what? Let's go to Hawaii! Let's go surfing! Why not, right? So who wants to go to Hawaii? I want to go to Hawaii. It's beautiful over there. The weather's amazing, and I would love to go surfing in Hawaii. So I'm actually going to find this person who I connected with in the virtual dinner party and exchange her information from this person on my Facebook feed that mentioned about Hawaii opening back up soon because they're a travel agent. I'm going to connect the two individuals together because now they can work together. The travel agent can now talk to somebody in tourism and get some highlights and create packages. And maybe they work together and they pay the tourism person a package pricing and they sell it to their client. Now, I might not get any business from either one of these individuals, but guess what? They might refer business to me. It's a give and take. When you give something, you're going to get something back in return. Last week, or a couple weeks ago, I got connected with a book author who now I'm going to have a publisher for my book. If I never went to the virtual dinner party, I wouldn't have never had this opportunity. So that's why I think this virtual dinner party is an amazing opportunity for you as a designer, because if you're struggling with your business, if you're stuck, if you don't know what you want to do, this could be a great way to sort of throw out what's going on in your business, what you're having problems with, get some good, honest feedback and criticism, and then see what kind of ideas can you pull from it, and can you create, you might go to this party and have a great idea for a design project that you never even thought about it because you had a creative block. So if you want to know more about this virtual dinner party, you're going to have to email me. And my email is scschilling@gmail.com. You can always go to my website, stacyschilling.com. You can click on the link that says private lessons and you can book 5-hour private lessons with me. I can tell you more about this virtual dinner party, and I can also tell you some benefits of it if you would like some free private tutoring, as well as any help with your business. Other than that, designer, I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.